That was the Backstreet Boys on Freedom FM, and just like that, we're officially into hour 2 of the night cruise on Tuesday, 29th of July. Now, if you're just tuning in from a quiet kitchen or the shift break room, it is brilliant to have you along for the ride. My name is Feargal C, and in this hour, I want to get you in on some love lyrics action. And if you're new to our late night clubhouse, here is how love lyrics works. In a moment, I'm going to read out a few lines from a romantic or chilled out gem from the 90s or the noughties, and your job, let me know what song they are from and who sang it. And if your memory is sharper than a dance routine beaten into a record company's cash cow of a boy band, you could win yourself a name check on air before 1 o'clock. That's right, your name in lights, well, sonic lights anyway, beamed into bedrooms, bakeries and buses. In fact, anywhere this show finds your ears. But, you know, maybe some of you won't know the answer, or maybe you're here for the mischief. If either of those are the case, the good news is you can send in wild guesses, weird guesses, or completely bonkers guesses. And if you make the team laugh, then you could be crowned one of tonight's Midnight Messers. Right, I think that's everything you need to know about this game. So, without any further ado, lend your ears to this morning's love lyrics. Ready? I drew a line. I drew a line for you. Oh, what a thing to do. Got it? Think you've cracked it like that cassette case that you used to have in your school backpack back in the day? If so, then pop me a WhatsApp or text on 086 206 8888. That's 086 206 8888, and tell me the song title and, of course, the artist. Or spin the roulette of ridiculousness and send me your silliest guesses. And to tempt your brain a bit further, here are the lyrics one more time. I drew a line for you. Oh, what a thing to do. So fire up your memory, stir your sense of humor, and get your thumbs dancing on the digits, because we're right here waiting to name check the night away. Reliving the 90s and the noughties, this is Freedom FM's Night Cruise, where the good vibes never sleep and the nostalgia is thick enough to spread on your breakfast toast. And I can tell you that while Paula Abdul was playing, I cracked open the studio's trusty time travel manual, otherwise known as the Big Beautiful Book of 90s and noughties nostalgia, and the page I landed on was February 2007. The month history met heart at Croke Park, when England's rugby team walked onto Irish soil and into the stadium for the very first time, and Ireland responded with a performance so powerful it practically redefined poetic justice. Final score 43-13. Over the movies, we were squinting in disbelief, trying to decode how Eddie Murphy managed to play half the population of his own film Norbit. And in the middle of all of that, well, Mika gently dropped Any Other World, a track so delicate it could have been written with a feather quill. That's what it's called. Amy Winehouse on Freedom FM's Night Cruise, where if you've been with us since midnight, you know that we are knee-deep, elbow first and ankle-tiled into this week's Love Lyrics game, where your task is to name the song and artists behind some 90s or noughties dreamy lyrics that I read out for you. You see, just like me, this game is so simple, it's almost scandalous. Now, before we swing open the vault of correct answers, we must tip our metaphorical fedoras to our midnight messers. You know, the night owls who take one look at the correct answer and say, no, not having any of that, and then send in some gloriously goofy guesses that make the show sparkle, just like disco dust. And first up, it's Mary from Darndale, who writes, Morning, Feargal. I'm tuned in this morning, wrapped in my fluffy robe, cuppa in hand, and serenading the dog with tonight's love songs. And anyway, with all the confidence of a woman who's danced at every family wedding since 92, I'm happy to say that the romantic verse you read out couldn't possibly be from the Ketchup Song. Mary, I tell you, if the Ketchup Song were a love ballad, I'd be crooning in Los Angeles with maracas under a moonlight taco truck. Anyway, for your deliciously off-the-mark guess, we are sending you a Condiment Midnight Messer title. Next up, let's hear from Norman in Dingle. Fergie says, I really like slow songs, so much so I once slow danced to Eye of the Tiger, and with that conviction, I'm happy to tell you that those tender moonlit lyrics you read out couldn't possibly be from the Hamster Dance Song. Norman, for that gloriously bonkers guess, you have won yourself a wheel of cheese and a statue in the Midnight Messers Hall of Fame. And finally, Joe in Ringsend has reached out once again. Fergie says, tonight I have my window open and I'm enjoying the sea breeze, the high-def music on Freedom FM via my DAB Plus player. which is being serenaded by the seagulls over the old bottle bank site. And that gave me the inspiration to say that this morning's love lyrics simply can't be from I'm on a Boat by Lonely Island. Joe, my friend, that answer is so far off course, even the compass has given up. And that means you are once again a Midnight Messer. Thank you for that, and thank you both you and the rest of our Midnight Messers for having some fun with us tonight. Now, back to our brainy bunch, so listen up. If you actually know which 90s or noughties track these lyrics belong to, I drew a line for you. Oh, what a thing to do. Then don't sit on it like it's a secret biscuit tin. Text or WhatsApp me at 086 206 8888. That's 086 206 8888, because if your name's not in the hat, you can't be in with the chance of getting a shout out. But don't wait too long, because the answer's coming up next and you won't want to miss it. That is the script and the man who can't be moved here on Freedom FM's Night Cruise. But speaking of things you can move, let's shift gear and wrap up this week's Love Lyrics game, shall we? And in case you've forgotten, Love Lyrics is the game where I read out some words from a famous 90s or noughties love, romance or chill-out song, and your challenge is to name the track and the artist. But before I reveal all, I want to give a massive shout-out to everyone who's been texting, tapping, typing, and totally vibing with the show tonight. You have flooded the WhatsApp machine like it was the last day of school, and the lyrics, well, they were the final exam. And speaking of lyrics, here they are one more time. I drew a line for you. Oh, what a thing to do. Now, if you are a regular to this late night haunt, you will know that I can only name check 4 people at any one time. So with that in mind, why don't we say well done to Sally Blackwell in Cork, Matthew Edwards over in Stepaside, Lucy Mullins from Carrickmines, and Lachlan Farrell out in Artane, who all said that tonight's love lyrics come from... hang on, before I forget. Remember, if you did enjoy playing love lyrics, then it'll be back next Tuesday, just after midnight. Same vibe, same groove, brand new lyrics. So scribble it in your mind's planner, whisper it to your workmates, stick it on your fridge. Just don't miss it. And the answer to tonight's lyrical mystery, well, you knew they came from Coldplay and Yellow. Seal on Freedom FM, and Kiss from a Rose tells me that that is all the mess I can make of your radio. For now, thank you for your company, both you and your messages made to the show, as they always do. Now, listen up, because I'm happy to tell you that your friend and mine, Alan, will be here with the 2006 Freedom Years at 7. And right after him, young Mike will be in his best bib and tucker to serve you breakfast at 8, while at 5 a.m, none other than Simon is on the red eye. As for me, I'll be back a little bit later on this evening at 11 with another night cruise. Join me then for a bit of Tuesday shifting and the triple threat game. Until then, though, thank you for your time this time, and until next time, take care of yourselves and, of course, each other.